Hey folks, Dr. Drew Sinatra here. Well, it's now been 3 years in a row in California where we've had fires. I'm sure there's been many more years in the past, but it's been pretty bad in the last 3 years. And this most recent fire you may have heard about in Northern California called the Kincaid Fire is about an hour north of where I live. And the skies look very clear right now because the wind's been blowing the smoke in a different direction. But for the past, I think it's been about 5-6 days now, we've been dealing with smoke in the air, and we recently lost electricity because our electric company, PG&E, had shut it off to prevent more fires from occurring. And so living without electricity for 3 days and being in the home with no warm water or ability to do laundry or dishes with kids at home can be a challenge, and it's a stressful time for a lot of us. And I wanted to share with you some tips today on what we have done to keep ourselves sane and not to panic and create more anxiety in the situation. Number one is to be prepared with extra food, extra water, propane if you're going to be cooking outside or indoors for that matter. You want to have warm clothes available. You want to have blankets. You want to make sure you have batteries and flashlights and any other sort of indoor lighting device like a lantern that you can use. And you want to be prepared with a bag ready to go. And that's what we did. We almost had to evacuate, and we had bags with some clothes in it and enough food and enough water to last us 3-4 days. And that's what I really highly recommend in these situations, is to prepare, because at least if you have the fundamentals down of like shelter and food and water, you're gonna create a lot more of a peaceful state and try to lessen that anxiety and that danger associated with, at least us, the fires and the smoke and the lack of electricity. My second tip would be to go with the flow and to not resist. And as much as I wanted to resist this third time around, you can't. There's no way you can control these fires. You cannot control the electricity grid going down. And so you have to go with the flow. And if you do that, things just come across as a little bit easier, okay? Don't resist. My third tip, and this is the most valuable tip that I've learned throughout this whole experience, is if you have kids, to get down on their level, because they're having a grand old time. And my boys right now are on a little swing right now, and they're having a blast, and they haven't complained about the air quality, and they haven't really complained about the electricity going out. For them, it's been a fun experience, and as a result, for me, watching them, I've had a lot of fun getting on their level, laughing a lot, making jokes, having this camping-like experience in our home with no electricity. And it's really helped me calm down and understand that these guys, they have no idea what's happening, and you know what? It doesn't matter. For them, this day is the same as most other days. And that's been truly a blessing to me. And I feel so grateful to have them in my life to show me that and to teach me that. And those are my 3 tips for if you get stuck in an emergency-like situation like we've been in recently with no power and fires. Look, there can be earthquakes, there can be tornadoes, there can be flooding, all sorts of things can happen. And you gotta prepare, you gotta be ready for it. You gotta, go with the flow. And thirdly, have fun on some level, laughter, play. Like I said, it was for me, my kids showing me that this is not the end of the world and that things are gonna be okay. So those are my tips. And lastly, I wanted to leave you with, I can't tell you how grateful I am for electricity coming back on 3 days later. The ability to take a warm shower, to have lights on, it was just so magical. It felt so good. And I'm really grateful for electricity today and clean air. I'll talk to you soon.